Good morning, good morning. How are you guys? Or I should say afternoon. It's 12 noon now. Yeah, this morning just went by pretty fast. Pretty fast. We did a level 3 session this morning with a bunch of new members that just recently signed up. They took advantage of the 50% off first month education here at White Oak Trading University, and they got a chance to experience what it looks like in the level 3 session when we talk markets at the most advanced level. So it was nice meeting some of the new members, and we went through a lot of charts, set up some signals, some alerts, and we got a lot of charts setting up for some potential trades. So we'll have to wait and be patient and see if they play out. But I think they're going to do quite well. So in the news today, welcome guys. Thanks to come today. I know it's last minute notice, and that you guys are always there to show up, and I appreciate that. So let's take a look at the headlines today and see what's going on. I see there's been some movement. It looks like the Supreme Court strikes down Trump's most sweeping tariffs. Well, that's some news for sure to put things in the move in the market. I see that we got some spikes up. So we'll look at those spikes primarily. Well, we had some on the euro US dollar. I'm sure the dollar did something as well. I didn't personally look at it before starting this session, but we can dive into that one. And let's go there now. Let's go there now, shall we? Let's take a look here. So US dollar still making a move to the upside, and I told you why it's moving. We got this situation here on the monthly time frame. We got that institutional demand that is still holding, so the expected move over time is to the upside. Institutional demand came in here on the 4-hour time frame. Price dropped into it, and it's been short-term buying ever since. So that is in line with our expectations with regards to the euro US dollar dropping. Okay, so we have this supply that came into play on the daily time frame. It's confirmed that's in play with the bearish engulf, and now we're just waiting for a signal to get into a short position. So and we got a spike. I mean, I was showing you the 1-hour time frame. No, sorry, the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, showing you this chart. And I said we have this supply area here, but once it gets taken out, we should expect a move to the upside. So it was removed, and it was removed pretty aggressively, right like that. And in the process, created some institutional demand. So if we're going to see some short-term upside, which I believe there's a good possibility of that, we might want to watch price retrace down to this area and watch that area and the reaction. See if there's a confirmation long trade that could be had from there, because I think there's a pretty decent chance that that could happen. Okay, at the same time, I was looking at the S&P, and I see that reaction off of the supply played out. We had the short signal on the 15-minute chart. I was going over this one with members. We had institutional demand get taken out, produce supply, and there was your short signal for a nice 3-to-1 move to the downside. And now we're basically rallying back up to that area of supply that the short was based off of. Okay, so we're back to this area with that big spike that I was telling you about. So it looks like over time we might be seeing a push to the upside to contact this institutional supply zone there. And I'm just giving you the heads up, okay? So when it happens next week, you guys don't say, oh, I didn't know. Well, you knew, because I'm telling you now. Okay, just like I told you when I put this here and I posted it, okay? Just like the long signal from down here, which we were watching for on the smaller time frame, but it didn't give us the signal, so no trade was there. But we're watching this area here, okay? So I'll be watching this to come up here, 15-minute chart, look for the short signal for a move off of that area of supply. Okay, so we're getting that nice push to the upside from the news. So the market is reacting very positively indeed. I was looking for a short signal off of this supply zone. We didn't quite get up there, but it looks like we got that nice drop nonetheless. And I'm going to be watching this area up here next week. When price does get up there, it looks like it's on its way since it removed supply That means buying is coming in. So we expect a move to the upside, okay, to this supply zone. And then this is a 1 hour time frame. So I'll be looking for momentum shift to take place on the 15-minute chart for a 3-to-1 short signal, okay? So I'll be watching that one. This one played out quite nicely, the Dow Jones. This is how I set it up. Up here, it hit, it dropped, boom, just like that. No confirmation, no nothing. Just came up and dropped so elegantly. But we got the nice spike up here off that demand. This demand's been holding for quite some time. Every time it hits, it rallies. So we're going to be watching for a continued push to the upside to get to this area. And then just like with the other charts, we'll look for a momentum shift to the downside off of that area. Okay, so stick around, stay tuned, because I think it might happen. I mean, look at the strength of this demand zone. Okay, so are we surprised how well it's been holding, right? Very, very strong demand area, and it's located here with this big bullish engulf. Okay, so that's just putting things into perspective there for you. Stocks rise after Supreme Court's tariff decision. Yeah, so that's what we were just talking about. I see one of the tickers here is OWL. Blue Owl sold private loans to pension giants and own insurer. I was looking at OWL, and OWL looks like a good chart. So what do we got going on here with OWL? Okay, so I want you to pay attention and look at what we have here. First of all, on the 6-month time frame, we have institutional demand that's coming into play. Okay, so this is a big demand zone. Okay, it's just made contact with it. Okay, so the odds are over time we'll see price rally. Okay, just because of this, but that's just the odds. Okay, but it's too early to know if there's actually going to be a rally. So what we do is we look at the monthly time frame, and I can see that as price was declining, we had this big imbalance here to the downside. Okay, so this is one that you're going to have to be patient with, because it's going to take time for this to produce a signal. Let me just double check something here. Doom, 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 doom. And yeah. 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 So we are reacting from demand. Wait for it to rally. When it contacts supply, they might drop price. Okay. And when I say they, who am I talking about? I'm talking about the big banks, the big institutions who are controlling price right now. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. If they rally price up to that area of supply, they could respond from supply and continue selling, because this is the last area where they were aggressively selling the stock. So when price comes back to these areas, it's a very good chance that we see price drop again. If not, they will remove it and they will come in with some institutional buying. When they do that, we wait for the pullback into the buying zone, and this is where we buy. So if you're interested in participating in this move to the upside that might take place on Blue Owl Capital, this is what you wait for. This is the signal, okay? You could get in now, but you could be burned because you don't know if they're going to start buying here. Like I was saying to my level 3 members this morning, you don't want to assume that the big players are going to do something, okay? If you're playing cards with them and you know that at some point they're going to show you their cards, just wait for them to show you their cards and then you play your hand. Don't play your hand until they show your cards, their cards, because you don't know what can happen, right? We're not privy to what they're going to do. We can see on the charts what they're doing, and when we see on the charts what they're doing, then we can be better informed on what it is that we should do, okay? So watch that one. I think this one could play out quite well. Okay, it's one to watch. In fact, let me put an alert here. There. Monthly supply zone has been taken out. Look for new buying or potential long. Okay. All right. So Let's see, live reaction and fallout as Trump faces. Okay. What else do we have? Microsoft. Dumping big tech stock is finally a winning strategy. Why would they say that? Why would they say that? Well, we've been looking at Microsoft for some time. I said, don't be buying it now, even though it's at these lows. You know, you're going to hear a lot of arguments as to why you should buy Microsoft. It's at a good price compared to where it was. Right, whatever. Don't think about that. Don't worry about that. We wait and we're patient until we see the signal, okay? The 6-month chart does not look good for Microsoft. Look at that rally base and this big drop. It doesn't look too good. I mean, could it rally up from here? Yeah, you could make the argument that we're inside a major zone right now. But the fact that price has made it so low down into that area is not good. And there's a lot of things about this zone that is not high quality. So I wouldn't be focusing on that. Okay. So let's be patient with that one. Nvidia. What's been going on with Nvidia? Still sitting sideways. Remember that range I was telling you about? Daily supply, daily demand, still sitting in that range. So nothing going on there. INTC, Intel Corporation. Oh yeah, remember this one? Remember this one? If you guys have been following along and participating in our live sessions, you would know. Intel was rallying up and contacting a major selling area. I said, don't even think about buying. Okay? Remember? Look, they had good earnings. I said they're going to use that to offload positions, the institutions. Why do I know that? Because a big selling area has been contacted. Okay? Yeah. And look at the sell-off. Okay? Not good time to buy. It'll be some time until it produces something decent. So I wouldn't even be wasting my time looking at it. Okay, so that's Nvidia and Intel. What else we got here? Open. Okay, so Open is one that has been on my watch list for some time. They came out with earnings a little bit mixed. It gapped up right towards supply and dropped. Okay. That's why it's so important to draw the supply and demand zones on each time frame so that you can see the storyline play out. We're inside some demand right now, okay? And there was a possibility that there was going to be a signal off of this area to the upside, but we would need this supply at least to be taken out, this daily supply zone. That hasn't happened. We got a nice spike up, but this is prone to dropping. I mean, once this weekly demand zone gets removed, if it gets removed, there's no stopping price from dropping all the way down again, quite dramatically. I think maybe around here we get some kind of a push, but it's not for me. It's too early. Okay, it's too early. Growl. Big move up, big move down. Might have some action around here, the $30 area, but I would wait for a reaction to the upside, switch down one time frame, look for buying, and then jump on board. CoreWeave. Yeah, been looking at this one too. I would be looking to buy down in the $40 area. That's where institutional demand is. You see what happened when price contacted supply? See the big selling that took place from here? It started from there, and then price rallied up, contacted supply, dropped, contacted supply, dropped. So it's in the middle right now. I wouldn't touch it. I'd wait for demand to come into play and then look for institutional buying to come in, and then I would play with it. GLW. This one looks good. I was reviewing this one earlier. This one looks good. Okay. This one looks very, very good. I would not buy it up here. Way too high. But I would be buying it if it retraced down to this monthly demand area right here. Between $77 and $89. This would be a really good spot to buy. Regardless, okay, of what's going on. Because we got this move basing two large big green candles after that. This would be an ideal spot. And if you want to wait for confirmation, you wait for it to come down here. New demands formed, and then you buy it there. Okay? If you want to confirm it. But this chart, you should put it on your watch list if you do trade stocks. And if you don't, you should, because you're missing out on big opportunities. Monthly demand zone is about to be contacted. Look for confirmation long trade. Okay, there. Alert set. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Now just wait for the alerts to go off. And RingCentral, RNG. I don't think anything was happening on this one. Yeah, big spike up. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, but listen, I'll tell you, you know why it's spiking up? Okay. Look at the 12-month chart. Okay. This is a demand zone. Okay. You could have just put an order here right at the top of that demand zone at $23 and sold now at $39 and made money. Easiest money you're ever going to find. Beautiful demand area. Okay. 9.5 times out of 10, we see major rallies from those areas. So odds would have been greatly stacked in your favor, 95%. Okay, since it's Friday, I'll take any charts that you guys want to look at. If you guys want to look at some charts. Good afternoon. Would you express your idea about Bitcoin? What were we looking on Bitcoin? Oh, hold on. Euro's making that move down to that demand zone now. Nice. Okay. Bitcoin reacted from supply to the downside. Supply is in play. And short-term momentum to the downside from supply. I think there's a good chance that we're going to see a push to the upside because demand is in play. That's the only reason why I would suspect that. So I'm looking for long signals once that daily supply zone gets broken through. Okay, it's holding now. So if we get a push up and we break through that, I'd be looking for demand zones. I'll be looking price action on the daily to see if there's any demand. And if not, I'll go down one time frame to the 4-hour and look for demand zones there. Hello. Okay, that's what I would be doing. All right, my friends. Good, good, good. Well, I think I'm going to let you go. And again, I'll let you guys know that if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, you'll see that I'm offering 50% off your first month here at the school. So if you wanted to join and you want to learn how we do this analysis and you want to see the more advanced analysis and the chart setups and the trade setups that I have for members, you can join now and participate at 50% off. It's going to end at the end of my birthday, which is Monday. Monday is my birthday. That's right. So don't forget to wish me a happy birthday if you want. If not, I'm fine either way. But it would be nice to get some birthday wishes from you guys. Alrighty, folks. I think we're good to go. I think I covered quite a lot with you. I think you should be prepared. You should feel like you've been informed of what's taking place. You know what the market is doing, why it's doing it. We looked at the trending tickers, so you know what's hot and why it's hot. And you have a good idea of what's going on here. All right. That's was my goal, is to make sure that you felt like you were a little bit more secure with what is happening in the markets. Okay, my friends. And if you want to learn more, come and join us. We'd love to have you. All right. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.